Hey guys, welcome to the Fight Tonight channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. It's so close, thanks for supporting me guys. The head of the top-rank promotion company Bob Arum appreciated the possibility of organizing a fight between former world champion in two-weight Shakur Stevenson and WBA regular lightweight title holder Jervonta Davis. Of course, we are always looking for fighters who are ready to compete with Shakur Stevenson, but there may be different circumstances. You need to take into account that the guys are in different companies, as well as how much they want this fight. Now everything is not the same as before. Previously, fighters fought with small guarantees, counting on a percentage. Now boxers expect that promoters will pay a huge amount of money. So if we talk about finances, then promoters take a lot of risks. If promoters constantly spend money on fights just because everyone wants to see them, then there will simply be no promoters. So Al Heyman has to be careful. Dazn and Eddie Hearn have to be careful. We all have to be careful. You can take the brunt of it just to have a fight, even if it's really attractive. I'm not saying that we are not ready to hold a duel between Tank and Stevenson, but we need to understand that we are not players, Arum said. Oscar De La Hoya believes Ryan Garcia's words in the ring against Jervonta Davis were in part the product of a decision made many months early. The head of Golden Boy Promotion stated in a recent interview that it was a mistake for his charge to forgo plans to take up a two-level bout ahead of his fight with Baltimore's Davis last month. The southpaw Davis wound up stopping Garcia with a body shot in the 7th round of their highly publicized 136-pound match at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Prior to their fight, Davis had entered the ring more than 3 months early, in January against Hector Luis Garcia, stopping the Dominican in 9 rounds at Capital One Arena in Washington. There were similar plans for Garcia to enter into a stay-busy fight in the same period, especially given that Garcia's previous fight was in July against Javier Fortuna. But in the end, the Whitwell, California native declined to go through with one. At the time, De La Hoya publicly expressed heavy concern that his client was publicly making a mistake. In an interview, De La Hoya reiterated those concerns, while pointing out that he was unaware that Garcia has reportedly suffered an injury to his rib during training camp. I had zero clue whatsoever that he had a rib injury, De La Hoya told Hub. I was wondering why he didn't take the January fight. That was a huge concern, first of all, of him not taking that fight. That was huge. How can you keep a car idle in the garage and not turn it on for several months and then go think you are going to run the Daytona 500? It's impossible. So that was a big concern for me. After the Davis fight, Garcia caused a stir when he insisted that a mole had infiltrated his team. De La Hoya said he was not sure who the supposed backstabber was in Garcia's camp, but urged him to rearrange his inner circle. I don't know who the mole was, I don't know, De La Hoya said. I would love to know and I will get to the bottom of it, but it's interesting. It's interesting when a fighter loses. He fires everyone. That's just the way it is. I remember when I first lost, I fired everybody, but I didn't blame myself, De La Hoya said. Mike Tyson. Jervonta Davis was not the reason Garcia fight did huge numbers. Heavyweight boxing legend Mike Tyson believed that Ryan Garcia was the draw for last month's blockbuster fight, not Gervonta Davis. Davis claimed victory in the catchweight clash, stopping Garcia in the 7th round as a result of a body shot after dominating the vast majority of the fight. The win has raised Davis' profile to new levels, with many now making him the hottest property in boxing. The fight reportedly sold over 1.2 million pay-per-view buys and generated a gate revenue in excess of $22 million, making it the 5th largest ever in Las Vegas history. However, in an interview, Tyson explained that although Davis is correct to now label himself as the face of boxing, his earning of that title is largely down to Ryan Garcia. Davis is the face of boxing, but that did it because Ryan Garcia was the draw. Do you know what I mean? That makes him the face of boxing because of the amount of people that he fielded in the arena. Since that fight, normally Ryan Garcia fans will turn over to Tank fans, and now he is going to have the biggest drawing power, I believe. Ryan brought those people out, and normally when the draw gets beaten, like Ryan Garcia when he gets beaten, the people that were his fans are now Tank fans. Especially with how the fight ended. It ended with them being friends, showing respect for each other. Mike Tyson said. Gervonta. Davis wasn't the only fighter who advanced ever on Saturday. It wasn't quite as heralded as the nighttime show from Las Vegas, but before it crossed the pond for a dual pay-per-view event alongside Showtime, the DAZN streaming service, I read a live card from the International Arena in Cardiff, Wales, and the undisputed star of the show has hometown hero Gervonta. The unbeaten 31-year-old had already reigned once as the IBF champion at 130 pounds, before surrendering the belt because of injury. He was matched with the subsequent claimant, Freddie Roach, trained grinder Shavkat Rahimov, and passed the test with compellingly flying colors, showing speed, technique, and the middle on the way to a split knot. He's got a big-time promoter Ned Hearn, a huge UK following, and his profile has never been higher in a 6-year, 16-fight career than it is right now. In spite of the lower weight, if his strap-collecting ambitions extend past unifying at 130, zeroing in on Davis at 135 pounds would be a competitive bonanza. And the last one, Shakur Stevenson. He is a former 2-division champion. He recently debuted in the lightweight division with an impressive KO, and belts aside, there is no fighter at 135 pounds who's climbing any faster on pound-for-pound list than Olympic alumnus Shakur Stevenson. The 25-year-old from New Jersey has repeatedly packed the house at the traditional tender in his hometown of Newark, has barely dropped around while winning 4 title bouts at 126 and 130 pounds, and he has the sort of athleticism and ring IQ that make him undeniably special. As luck would have it, he is ambitious too. He and Davis got together in sparring session years ago, and the rivalry is still real enough for Stevenson. I'm gonna take away credit for Davis. I think that he is a hell of a fighter, he said. I mean, look at him. He is fighting pay-per-view and knocking these dudes out. That don't take away the fact that I can beat this dude. This dude knows he can't beat me. And not surprisingly, Davis disagrees. Why is Stevenson talking like he is the best? He didn't even fight at 135 pounds. He didn't even have power at 126 or 130 or none of that. All that stuff is okay. How can you stop people that can actually hit? No matter all that boxing, you are going to get hit. What you gonna do when you get hit? Tank said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.